Hey, what's up everybody? The November leaks are here, and in this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know for the month of November. And before I get into that, first of all, I want to apologize for the delay of getting this video up. I had some personal matters I had to tend to, which didn't give me enough time to make this video. But let's get into it and take a look at the events for the month of November. To start things off, our main event is going to be a journey through stories. So this is going to be broken up into two different parts. You'll be able to start playing the part 1 already, and you'll be able to play part 2 starting on November the 8th. And then at the end of the month, we'll be able to play Tsum Tsum Cute Shop, and this is one of those events where you will need one of the new Tsums in order to participate. They usually give you some pretty cool prizes, but you do need this month's Tsum to participate. And this month, we are going to have a total of 5 new Tsums. And if you are watching this video on November the 3rd, you do want to pay attention to this, because if you are lucky to get a copy of Elsa and Olaf, which is our pair Tsum for the month, it will go straight to skill level 3. However, the drop rates are extremely low, but I still think it's worth it to try to get a copy of the Elsa and Olaf pair at skill level 3. And before I go any further, if you guys are enjoying this type of content where I review Tsums, do monthly leaks, or go over the selection box and pick up capsules, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your subscription is greatly appreciated. And if you guys are looking for a community of Tsum Tsum players, you might also be interested in my Discord server. On the Discord server, you can ask for help, trade hearts, discuss different characters to use, strategies, or just talk about the game in general. You can scan this QR code on the screen to join the Discord server. I will also have invite links in the video description down below as well. Alright, now let's take a look at our new Tsums for this month. I am going to temporarily skip over Elsa and Olaf because I am going to go over this pair Tsum in greater detail. But I do want to call out that these 3 Tsums here are going to be our limited edition Tsum, which means that they are going to go away if you don't get a copy of them in this month. They're not going to end up in the premium box, so you're going to need to get them in a selection box in the future when they do come back. And with Winter Anna, her ability description is she's going to be in a winter outfit. Kristoff Tsums that can be connected with Anna Tsums appear. Connecting them clears surrounding Tsums. And this is going to be an interesting one because every single time you play Winter Anna, the game is going to start with her skill half charge already. So the first ability is going to be really easy to activate. And there is a little bit of a trick when you're using Winter Anna. She's going to be a Tsum that's really good for long chain missions. So if you are looking for a long chain mission Tsum, Winter Anna is a good option. But if you are a fast player, Winter Anna could be a viable Tsum to get decent amount of coins as well. So now let's take a look at Winter Kristoff. His ability description is Kristoff is also in the winter outfit, and Kristoff is going to clear groups of Tsums in one go. There is a bonus effect, is that the bonus effect activates when fever time starts, doubling your combos. So if you need a high combo maker, Winter Kristoff is a good option, but there's definitely better options out there besides using Winter Kristoff or Winter Anna for these two abilities. They're not necessarily going to be that great for coins, but you do want to keep an eye out on the pair Tsum that we have for this month because they are going to be really effective. So let's take a look at the pair Tsum abilities. Now initially, Elsa and Olaf, the pair Tsum is a little bit tricky to use, but once you get the strategy down, it's actually not too bad. There is also a little bit of luck that goes into it, but essentially what happens is Elsa's skill will clear the center area. It's just a regular burst Tsum, so nothing too special. But when you activate Olaf's skill, it will clear one type of Tsums off the screen and turning them into special magic bubbles. And when you activate Olaf's skills, the special magic bubble will also randomly fall from top to bottom. And the idea here is the strategy is you want to activate Olaf's ability first, and then wait for 5 magic bubbles to appear. These special magic bubbles are very small. And you also might want to play with the audio on, because I found that once you have 5 special magic bubbles on the screen, the background gameplay will play the special chime sound and it will notify you that there's at least 5 special magic bubbles on the screen. Once you have these 5 special magic bubbles on the screen, then you want to activate Elsa's skill. So don't activate Elsa's skill right away. You always want to make sure that you have the 5 special magic bubble before activating Elsa's skill. Now another thing is you want to continue to use Elsa's skill as much as possible until Olaf's skill is fully charged. So don't worry about timing it. You just don't want to activate Elsa's skill when you have Olaf's ability activated. I'm going to have gameplays for this pair Tsum in a little bit here, and show you how I do it, but I am going to start with skill level 3 because I ended up getting the bonus here. Moving on to our final 2 new Tsums, and these 2 new Tsums are going to be available in the middle of the month. And these 2 new Tsums are actually going to end up in the premium box, so if you don't end up getting a copy of them, don't stress out about it because you could still get them in the premium box after the event is over. So likely these 2 Tsums are not going to be that great because they're not limited Tsums. I find that Tsums that end up in the premium box are usually not that great, but we'll have to see when these 2 Tsums come out. So let's take a look at the ability description here for Prince Hans. Tap the doors to clear all Tsums in the center. So we'll have to see how that goes. Usually center burst Tsums are relatively good, so we'll have to see how the ability actually is. The next Tsum is Marshmallow. Marshmallow clears a vertical line of Tsums. So typically vertical clear Tsums are pretty good, so we'll have to see how these vertical clears actually are and how long the animation is. I prefer vertical clear Tsums versus horizontal clears just because they clear a lot more Tsums compared to the horizontal ones. So these are going to be our 5 new Tsums. Moving on to our first selection box, and this selection box you don't want to miss because there are some Tsums in here that are pretty good at coin earnings. Starting with Elsa and Bruni, which is going to be our pair Tsum. Then we have Princess Jasmine, Princess Snow White, Travel Anna, Giselle, Holiday Olaf, Periwinkle, Joy, Gardner, Mother Gothel, Prince Phillip, and Lucifer. Now out of these 12 Tsums, there's going to be 3 Tsums in here that it's going to be in the top 100. So you definitely want to pay attention to Elsa and Bruni, also Princess Snow White, as well as Gardner. These 3 Tsums are going to be very good at earning coins. And Princess Snow White has some pretty good mission abilities as well. So she's going to be good for coins as well as bubble missions. So these are going to be the 3 that you definitely want to pay attention to when this selection box comes around. And our second selection box is going to celebrate Mickey's birthday. There's going to be a total of 12 different Tsums in here, starting with Mickey and Pluto, and this is going to be our pair Tsum for the second selection box. Philharmagic Mickey, Parade Mickey, Daruma Mickey, Fantasmic Mickey, Classic Mickey, Beanstalk Mickey, Jungle Cruise Mickey, Pastel Mickey, Starry Mickey, Ninja Mickey, Conductor Mickey, and that is a lot of Mickeys. So these are going to be our 12, and there's actually a lot of good ones in here. There's 4 that's going to be in the top 100. They're not necessarily going to be super amazing for coin earnings, but these are going to be some fun ones. Beanstalk Mickey is a really fun Mickey to use as well. If you are looking for a Mickey that's going to be good for coins, then you want to pay attention to Daruma Mickey, our pair Tsum Mickey and Pluto, Philharmagic Mickey, or Jungle Cruise Mickey. These are going to be the 4 that's going to be relatively good for coins. Nothing super amazing, but I think that if you are going to invest a little bit in the selection box, then those are going to be the 4 you want to pay attention to. And then as for our pickup capsules, there's going to be some interesting ones for this month. Starting with 2 copies of Summer Olaf, which I need some more copies of him. Then we have 2 copies of Honey Lemon, 2 copies of Dancing Genie, 3 copies of Robin Hood, 3 copies of Captain Hook, and 3 copies of Nemo. Now there is a couple of Tsums in here that you want to pay attention to, and usually pickup capsules are not that exciting for coin earning Tsums, but you definitely don't want to miss Robin Hood. Robin Hood is actually a top 10 coin earner, but Robin Hood is also really difficult to use. And if you don't have many copies of Robin Hood, he's actually going to be in the premium box as well. But if you get the strategy down for Robin Hood, you could definitely earn a lot of coins. Depending on how good you are with the timing, if you do time it properly, Robin Hood can be a top 10 Tsum. So practice a little bit with Robin Hood, he can be really good for coins. But the other ones in here, not that great. They all fall outside of the top 100. So outside of Robin Hood, none of these are really worth it. But for me personally, I am going to get Summer Olaf. But if you are looking for a Tsum that's really good for long chain missions, Honey Lemon is a good option because during her ability time, she will freeze the bottom section of the screen, and then you can pop them all at once to make a really long chain. And then as for the second pickup capsule, we have 2 copies of Mulan Warrior, 2 copies of Miss Bianca, 2 copies of Vanellope, 3 copies of Hades, 3 copies of Cruella de Vil, and 3 copies of Simba. And very similar to my previous assessment of all the pickup capsules, really nothing too amazing for coins. This second pickup capsule is really going to be for that last prize, which is that skill ticket. Now, if you have 450,000 coins saved up, I highly recommend you to always clear the pickup capsule. Because that last prize, the skill ticket, you cannot buy with real currency. You can only get the skill ticket by clearing this entire pickup capsule or playing the missions. They are really rare, and sometimes you could watch ads if you are in the United States. Sometimes you can get that last prize as well, or not the last prize, you can get skill tickets by watching ads, but it's really rare. This entire year I've only gotten the skill ticket once by watching ads, so don't expect to get the skill ticket by watching the ads. Usually you just get hearts or coins. They're really not that exciting, but when I did get that skill ticket that one time, I was pretty excited, so it might be worth it, but usually it's not that amazing by watching the ads. You're better off saving coins and clearing these pickup capsules. Alright, so here's a quick snapshot of all of the Tsums that are going to be available for this month. Some that stand out to me is going to be all of the pair Tsums that's going to be available. They're generally really fun to play with. Robin Hood is another one that stands out for coin earning purposes. And the Elsa and Olaf pair, you definitely don't want to sleep on that one, because that is likely going to be a top 10 Tsum. I have them at skill level 3 right now, and I was able to get in the mid 2000s, so I'm excited to see how that Tsum will perform at skill level 6. I'm going to have gameplays for all of the new Tsums, so stay tuned for those. So that's pretty much it for this month's leak review. Let me know in the comments down below of the Tsums that you think you're going to try to get. And if you would like to see more Tsum content just like this, or want to support this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.